What's going on, everybody? This is Jay from Maji and Jay, and today we're going to be looking at 3 different devices inside of this package. It came from China, of course. The website was dhk.com and the seller is iBaby888. What we got here, the first device, which is the main event today, is the iOcean M6752, which is becoming very popular. It is a super phone. We also got here another iPhone 6 clone. Not too long ago, I did the update of the iPhone 6 Plus. This time I'm doing the iPhone 6 clone. And then finally we got the Samsung Galaxy A5 replica as well. So I am super excited about this package. Again, it came from the website dhk.com and the seller was iBaby888. So without further ado, let's jump right at it and see what we got inside of the package. Like always, I chose DHL and it looks like it's very well protected. At this point, guys, I'm not even worried because I know that this is something that iBaby normally does. It protects it very, very well. So inside here we have that standard yellow box. This package got here within 5 days, so it was quite fast. So I want to open this in a way that I don't damage any other package inside. Let me start here with this corner. And now after opening the box here, the first thing we find is the Samsung Galaxy A5 replica. This is a full metal device and it carries, I believe, the MTK6752. And here we can see that all the way around this box is plain, but we're going to be unboxing this on a separate video. Make sure you guys stay tuned. And also some giveaways are coming very soon as well, guys, so please don't miss it. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment on the videos. Here we have the iPhone 6 replica. I believe that this is going to be another great version. We can also see that it has been replicated to have the specifications of the original iPhone 6. And then finally here we have the main event, which is the iOcean M6752, also known as the Rock. And then lastly, inside of this box, we're going to have another USB cable for the iPhone 6 replica. And I think this is a precautionary measure that iBaby takes in case the original or the one that is included inside of this box doesn't work. Then iBaby decides to actually include another one just in case something happens. Inside of this box, we have nothing else, so let's put this aside. On the front of this box, the first thing we can see on the top is the iOcean brand. We have here the Rock logo, M6752. It's obvious to say that this model came after the processor inside of this phone. On the left side here, we're going to have the iOcean with the model number as well. We have here the iOcean logo with some barcode for inventory purposes. On this side, we have the same information that we found on the other side. And then here we're going to have the IMEI information and serial number of this device. This is also going to be a 4G LTE phone. Here we're going to have some of the specifications. This device carries 3 GB of RAM. It has 16 GB of internal storage. It has a 5.5, it is a 10-point multi-touch screen. It has a resolution of 1920 by 1080, so it is a full HD display. Also has a built-in battery of 2300 milliamps and it carries the Android Kitkat 4.4, but it is scheduled to receive the OTA for Lollipop as well. And then here we can see, guys, all the remaining of the information, but of course I'll be going through that as I go along with the unboxing. Now this phone has been released now for about 2 months, but the factory did delay the production of this device. That's because the operating system was carrying some bugs before. The ones that you guys saw in the videos, those were some engineering models that the factory released to some sellers, so that's why I wasn't able to get a hold of this device sooner. But here we have the warranty card. On the front we can see the iOcean logo on there. And they appear to be in English. I don't know if I'm mistaken here, but from what I can see here on the camera, it looks like it is in English, so that's great. It is a very simplistic manual. Nobody reads them nowadays, so they are actually becoming less and less. I think eventually these manufacturers are not going to include them anymore. They're going to give us the option to download them online. Then here we have the screen protector, and like I always like to say, guys, it is always a plus to have these because these phones here in the USA do not have a lot of support when it comes to accessories except for chargers and USB cables. So every time they come with screen protectors, it's always great. Then here we're going to have the baby. This is a very, very nice phone, and what I like about this device is that it has thin bezels on the side, making it look very nice and stylish. But we're going to be jumping into this phone in just a moment here. And then here we're going to have the standard European charger. This is the 5-volt charger. We're going to see that here on the back of it. and it is made by the manufacturer, and I can already see that iBaby included the adapter for it. This is great to have them. Then also we got here the USB cable, and this USB cable appears to be of premium quality, and it is made by the manufacturer of the phone. So these are not aftermarket, and we can see that it is the micro kind. And now, as we can see here, it doesn't have anything else inside of the box, so we're going to be putting this aside. So that way we can boot up this phone and see how it performs. And now that we saw what comes included inside of the box, on the front of the device, we're going to have here the 5.5-inch multi-touch screen. It is a 10-point multi-touch with a resolution of 1920 by 1080. On the top, we got the ear speaker together with the proximity and light sensor and the notification LED light. We also got here a 5-megapixel sensor camera. Now the menu key, the home key, and the back key are going to be located on the operating system. We're not going to have any soft touch keys here on the bottom. On the left side of the device, it's going to be plain here. We don't have any buttons whatsoever. And now this phone does include a case already installed on it. This is definitely great, guys, because like I mentioned earlier, accessories here in the USA are very limited for these phones. So this is great to have them. That way I can protect it from day one. On the top, you got here the noise cancelling microphone, also known as the secondary microphone, together with the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the right side, we have the volume rockers up and down, together with the power button. And then on the bottom, we got the main microphone, together with the charging/data port. This phone is also going to support OTG. On the back, we find here a 14-megapixel sensor camera with the LED flash. We got here the brand. Now here I see two speaker holes. I'm not sure if this is going to be a stereo speaker, but I'll be confirming that with you guys on the review video, and also on the description down below. I usually provide the highlights, so make sure you guys check it out. This phone does carry the NFC capability, so that's also great. And now what I like about this phone is that, as we can see here, guys, from the sides, it doesn't have any bezels whatsoever. This is great because it feels a lot comfortable when you guys are using the screen. And then here, of course, we got that famous Asus, so that way we can compare them side by side. They both have the exact same screen size, but the Asus Zenfone has a little bit more bezels. And here we can notice that it is a little bit harder, I would say, to grab. Not that much, but you guys get the idea. Having thinner bezels is always better, at least in my opinion. Now here we're going to go ahead and remove this front protector, and here we have that beautiful display, and also comes with Gorilla Glass number 3. So let's go ahead and power on this baby and see what kind of operating system you're going to have here. I believe it comes already pre-installed with the battery, so let me go ahead and remove it. As a matter of fact, I think the battery has a tape on it, as they usually do. It comes with a 2300 power milliamp battery, and yes, there is the tape. It is made by iOcean, and here we can confirm the milliamps. It is a 2300 milliamp battery. We also got inside here the IMEI information, as we usually do, and this is a dual SIM dual standby device and supports TF cards up to 64 gigabytes. It is a 4G LTE device, and it is the bands for FHD. Also supports WCDMA 150, 2100, 1900, and I believe 900. It is also on there. So this is definitely going to support 3G with T-Mobile and AT&T here in the USA. Now, as we know, the Asus was very surprising here in the USA that it did support the 4G LTE band, so I don't lose my hopes on this device. If it does, I think it's going to be definitely worth it. This phone goes for about between, you can find it $246 to $260. Of course, iBaby's link is going to be provided down below, so that way you guys can check it out. And then here we can also notice the build quality. This phone is made of plastic all the way around. To be quite honest with you guys, it doesn't feel that solid. It feels actually quite light. I can't really lie to you on this one. It's like, you know, it doesn't feel that solid at all, but I think that the performance on this phone is going to be very nice. It carries the MTK6752. It is the Octacore processor, clocked at 1.7 gigahertz, and also it is a 64-bit processor. So pretty soon it's going to be carrying the 64-bit system for Lollipop. Right now it is the 32-bit system, which is the Android Kitkat 4.4.4 or the 4.4.2, but we're going to check that out once we boot up the phone. So here we're going to go ahead and flip it around, and I believe that this time it's going to power on. And we're going to see what kind of boot logo we have here. We had that simplistic iOcean boot logo. It does look already very nice and vivid, I would say. The colors look very nice, guys. I mean, this is a very impressive phone. These Chinese devices are getting cheaper and cheaper by the day with a lot more specifications. As I mentioned earlier, this phone has 3 gigabytes of RAM, so without doubt, this is going to be great for gaming. And here we have the lock screen of the operating system. On the top here, we're going to have what appears to be the time. We also got the date and the day. On the bottom just says unlock the screen. Let me see if I can move it to the side. I didn't see that option on there. So let me just go ahead and put it on sleep mode. Let me try that again. Let me see if it has any knock-on features. I think they are disabled if it has them. So here we're going to see the lock screen. It has that bubble effect. Now here the operating system, as we can tell already, it looks very nice and simplistic at the same time. It looks very similar to Color OS. I already see here some cool widgets and whatnot. I really can't wait to get my hands on this baby. Now here we're going to see, guys, that all the applications are a lot bigger than what I'm used to, and I like that because I think that maybe I could be experiencing some vision problems, but every time I see bigger applications, it just refreshes my eyes and everything is a lot easier to see. Also, notice here that the phone comes already pre-installed with the Play Store, and let me see if I see here some other Google applications. Right now I don't see anything else so far, but maybe they are hitting somewhere. I might have to root the device and install all of them on there. I like to have Gmail, I like to have Google Plus and all those good applications that we normally use, but that comes through time. This phone is carrying the Kitkat, so it's going to be a lot easier to root. Let's go ahead and confirm that here into settings. As we can see, we had two settings mode. We had the quick settings, and then we also got general. On general, we go here to about device, and this phone is carrying right now the latest for Kitkat, which is the 4.4.4, as we can notice right there. And it does have here wireless update, which is OTA. So that means that every time this phone gets an update, it's going to be sent here wirelessly, which is a great feature to have. And then, as I mentioned earlier, guys, all the back key, as we can notice right here, the back key, the home key, and the menu key are going to be located on the operating system. We don't have any buttons down here whatsoever. Now that's something that I'm not against it, but it's not my favorite thing to see. I prefer the buttons down here because that's going to give you more space to work on the screen. But considering that this is a 5.5 inch, I think I'm going to be okay, and so far it is acceptable. Let me see if I can go ahead and increase the brightness here for you guys. Let's go here into the toggles, and right now the brightness is actually now to the max. It was in auto. So here we can see that the display has very nice and vivid colors on viewing angles. It is expected. This is a full HD display. Now the only thing is that the battery, considering that this is a full HD display and also carries that powerful MTK6752, I'm not sure if a 2300 milliamp battery is going to do it well with this phone. But again, that's why we're going to do the review video, so that we can confirm the pros and cons of this phone. I think, guys, I have concluded the unboxing today, and like always, if you guys do have any questions, please don't forget to comment down below. Like the video, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next one.